Hi everyone, my name is Alex Rand, and we're here for another edition of Mic Drop. Today I want to talk to you about a topic I have entitled 365 Days. We know that's the number of days that make up a year. And we know that as we're drawing closer to the end of the calendar year, that we begin to wrestle with a lot of mixed emotions. We're getting ready for the holidays. We're also getting ready for vacation, some of us. Here in Costa Rica, we're about to go perhaps on a school ending our calendar year. We're getting ready to start perhaps a new year. And we're also assessing what is it that we have accomplished for this year and what are some of the things that are still left pending on our to-do list. We are perhaps beginning to get worried with the excitement of the Christmas celebration or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate to draw the close of the calendar year and welcome the new year. And sometimes we have a sense of urgency, a sense of being worried because we may not make it. We might not be able to comply with all our commitments. And it's very, very easy to get overwhelmed, especially when we were bombarded with a lot of publicity and a lot of messages saying that you should be out there shopping, you should be out there getting ready for the holidays, that your house should be decorated to a T and all those different things. But it's also a wonderful opportunity for us to slow down and to maybe revisit what are some of our priorities. What are some of the things that are important to us, are crucial, some of the things that are perhaps more trivial, that could wait, but what are some of those things that we do not want to pass on or just leave waiting on the list or on the page? One of the things that we often do at this time of the year is that we begin to be filled with a lot of expectations about the new year. We start getting ourselves a bit reflective, introspective, and we begin to revise and evaluate the way that this 2021 has gone and how we hope that 2022 will be. It's important for us to have a clear north, to have a clear sense as to where is it that we want to go. Not because of what other people are doing or what other people expect of us, but what is truly important to us. What is it that we see as a priority? What are some of the things that we feel like we owe to ourselves to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually, and even socially? The kinds of things we can do to help other people, to support different causes, to make a change in this world. So we need to make our own strategic planning for the coming year, but not informed by what's trending, by what our friends or family expect of us, but it's more of what we expect and want from ourselves. What are some of those things that are non-negotiable? Sometimes at this time of the year, we're already tired and we're just craving for a break, to just be able to disconnect ourselves from school or from work or from just a busy life that we carry. And it's almost like we're coming to the end of a marathon. And when someone's running a marathon, we know that the last miles are the most crucial ones because you're just pushing to make it to the goal. And by now, it's all the combination of your training, your self-motivation, your determination, Everything hurts, and it's very tempting to want to give up. And sometimes we come to the end of the year with that very same feeling of feeling on the edge of being burned out and wanting to just give up. But we need to also see this as a wonderful opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to reassess the route, and like readjusting our GPS to determine where is it that we really want to go. What is our goal? What is our aim? What is our north? And to also rethink what's really and truly important to us. I often think of the year as a slew of different wagons, just like a train that has different wagons, and each station wagon is a month in itself. It has its own flavor, its own shape, its own style, and we ourselves need to then decide as we revisit the calendar year and think of it as a particular wagon within this train, to think, what is it that I learned? What was it that I gained? What is it that I would have done differently? And what is it that I want to do differently in the new year? What is it that I want to change in order to achieve different results in the coming year? These are some of the things that we need to be considering. So I think that as we do that exercise, we begin to also ask ourselves a very crucial question, and that's whether we are living or simply existing. It's important that we begin to ask ourselves whether we're just chugging along, we're just moving along and slightly, just barely making it, or whether we're really focused and clear about what is it that nurtures our soul, what is it that we find inspiring, what is it that we find truly enthusiastic and motivating to us, instead of just doing things to just barely make it. Because when you're surviving, you're just basically trying not to be killed. You're trying to just make it. And it's very similar to just existing, just being there. But when you are living is something that you do as an intentional and conscious decision. Hi, Freddie. Thanks for checking in and for joining us for this transmission. It's good to have you here. And it's so important that we ourselves ask ourselves whether it is that we're living or simply existing. I think it's a crucial question we all need to ask ourselves, because just because we're breathing, just because we're here, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're living. Certainly not living to our maximum potential. And we need to decide, what is it that would really be life-giving to us? What is it that we feel is part of our mission and our purpose? What is it that really informs our every decision? What is at the top of our priorities? What are some of those things that we are doing in order to leave a mark and to make an imprint in our society, in our community, in our circle of friends and known people? And what is it that we want to do? It's so important that we have this conscious decision of it. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Maria Rivera Sequeira, for also joining us. Thank you for joining this transmission. It's so good to have you guys here. So the good news is that we can also manage to, if we realize that we're only existing, that we're only surviving, we can make a very conscious decision to begin to live and to begin to make critical and important life-giving decisions, to try to reassess our priorities and distinguish between what's urgent and what's important, and to really begin to find an inner motivation and not simply trying to comply with other people's expectations, to have a clearer sense as to what is it that we want out of our life, what is it that would make us feel fulfilled and accomplished at the end of the day, so that we can begin to succeed, to be successful, to be accomplished in the things that we prioritize for ourselves and the life choices that we make. I often say to people in drawing to a close that when you're having to decide what is your purpose and what's your mission, you can always ask people around you. You can make a quick survey. You can ask other people who were created just like you and I. Or you can also ask the Creator. When you ask the Creator, it's just like when you have a new device and you read the manual. You can always, if you want to make the most of it, of any item that you have, and you turn to the inventor, to the maker, to the designer, you could really pick his or her brain to obtain what is it that they had in mind when they designed this particular project or this particular device. Your life is a similar designed item, and you and I need to ask the Creator about what is it that He had in mind when He designed each one of us in such a unique way. What is it that He would have us accomplish? What was it that He had in mind for us to do and to contribute to this world? And when we have that, then everything that aligns itself with that mission is a step forward in the right direction. But if other doors open that pull us away from that direction, then those doors that open cease to be opportunities and they're more like a distraction or a trap. So it's important that we make that distinction between the two, and that we make the wise decision to ask the Creator, why am I here? He's so eager to answer that question for you and for me. He wants us all to be aligned and to be successful at living and not just simply surviving or existing. So when you ask that question, be sure to wait for the answer. Be patient and make sure that He tells you to listen carefully. Look for the signs that begin to indicate to you what is it that you're here for. I often close the year asking God to show me a particular verse that will be an inspiration, that could be a guiding principle for me in the coming year. And I want to challenge you to do the same. You would be amazed how a simple verse, a simple proverb, or something in His scripture can be a guiding light for you throughout the entire year. And it could also help you to focus, to be more grounded, and to make more sense of what you're experiencing and what's happening in your life, and to be able to filter out those things that are distractions, those things that are more trivial, and those things that are more important. So let's begin this 360 days, this tour around the sun in the coming year, having all these things set in place, be more grounded, more focused, and certainly more happy as we are accomplishing those things that are life-giving to us, and to move on past trying to please other people or simply exist or survive, as many of us have fallen in the trap of doing in the past. I hope that this was helpful to you. And for those of you who want to contact me or join me in a one-on-one session, you know you can do that by contacting me at country code 506, and the numbers are 22221450. Again, country code 506, and the number is another number that's also on WhatsApp is 61863941. Again, country code 506 61863941. And you may also reach me here on Instagram at WAlexGrant, and this transmission would also be posted on my Facebook as Alex Grant, Consejero Familiar y Motivador, and also on my YouTube channel under Alex Grant. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving Day for those of you that celebrated, and that you get ready for the coming and most wonderful season of the year, which is the Christmas holiday beginning right around the corner. So have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. And see you in another week for another edition of Mic Drop. My name is Alex Grant, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.